So you didn't inhale. Don't associate me with him.
We just want to welcome all of you here this morning.
Hey guys.
Hey, Gorham.
Yeah. We just want to quiet.
I just want to welcome you all here this morning to celebrate the 70th anniversary of our Centennial Fountain. Just want to remind you that a sweep is for supporting Washington's economic enhancement project. So we feel that this is something to come out and celebrate. It's such a great landmark that we have at our downtown park. Over and over again we hear the significance about it and that it's such a tourist attraction to our community, and we just want to celebrate that it's still here. We also want to thank all of you who have put your time and effort into it, especially the Ross family. We see you out here working all the time. We really appreciate getting this up and running every year for us to enjoy. All of you that come out and enjoy it, thanks for coming downtown and patronizing. Welcome downtown. Enjoy your morning. Have some coffee and some treats, and we're going to go ahead and clean up the downtown. I want to kind of pass it over to Andy. I think he wants to say a few words this year.
We just wanted to express our appreciation for coming out and acknowledging the fountain again every year. So Mr. Holdo and I were up here yesterday, and there was the daycare from the Y was here, and I walked over to him, and they were all oohing and ahhing, and I walked over to Dave and I said, "Don't need an interview, right there's why." so that's why you do it.
All right.
And does anyone else want to comment? I know we have a couple of spectators that were here in 1939 when the fountain was first turned on.
That's great. Amy, if I could,
yes.
We cannot impress the dedication that the Ross family put in to make this fountain what it is. It's a magnet to anybody that shows up, and they stepped up when maybe it was threatened, and the work and the dedication is just unbelievable. And Andy and the children and everybody in the family can't thank you enough.
I also want to point out we're missing one kid, and he's probably done. Not that Colin hasn't done a lot, but he's probably done a lot. Colin went to school, and then it get passed down the road. Now the youngest Nathan there, he's taking care of it. The middle son's Alex, and he was up here last Saturday all day with me, so I want to be sure he gets mentioned, because he does a lot.
Just want to point out that Sarah Miller and Margaret Wolf were here in 1939, so if you want to talk to them about that original ceremony, please talk to them. Margaret actually has her dress from when she was here on her broom today.
Come on.
Yeah, come up.
You guys come up with the mark.
Tell us about the ceremony.
Tell us about it. Amy. And my daughter wore this in 1963. You wore it when? 1963. She wore this. And you are? Jeff Morrison. Were you here?
For 90 years.
What was it like when they turned on the fountain?
There were a lot less policemen and sheriff's officers.
Okay.
Very simple fountain.
Yes, it is.
My father-in-law, Frank Miller, was a big shot in getting his fill. That's why I work here.
Well, very good. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Danny and I stood right here, looking right this way, when this started, and he said, "Now you have your own Emerald City right here in Washington, Iowa." Because we had gone to California that summer. He was president of Rotary here that year, and we had gone for an international convention and stopped in Los Angeles because my Aunt Martha wrote for Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, and so we got to go through the studios and see all these wonderful people. And we saw, that was the year that Over the Rainbow came out, and saw that, and I was so excited about that movie. It was just, you know, wonderful, and I sang the song and everything all the time. And so when we were able to stand here and see this the high spires were green. I don't know whether they still are now. Are they? Yeah.
When I clean it.
Anyway, the high spires were
really
green,
right
and
now.
so that was like the Emerald City, and I vividly remember all of that. It was wonderful, and it was so important to my dad because being with the Iowa Southern, lighting at that time especially was so important. It's like all the stuff we see on TV, the fantastic things that we see now. This was that fantastic in that day and age. And it was just, he was just enthralled with all of it and just loved it. So it was really important to him. He and Mr. Lemon, and there were others on the park board, but Daddy was really involved because of all the lighting and all of that. So, yeah, it was fun.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I read the paper last night.
You can get them all over to the rock.
On that note, I'd also like to say that see Darwin over there. I mean, when I went to Darwin in 1994, why he planted the first big seed, but the most equally important thing is the Morrisons. Every spring, Gift calls me up, say, "You need anything?" That's what keeps it going. We all know that's important. You know, after the initial push, but then it takes money to keep it going. And he always calls me up and say, "You need it? This is Gift. You need anything?" So.
He just said if it hadn't been for you, it wouldn't be here. So.
Thanks, Gift. Appreciate it.
He was like to have
Yeah, we can get everyone who was here in 1939, along with the Ross family, to come over here and we'll take